Hey everybody, welcome back to Shade Tree. You know, grocery store out there got hit by some rain last night. And I ain't gonna say some rain, a lot of rain. Yahweh was letting it come down. So we're gonna go out here and look around. I already see a bunch of cantaloupe plants that I'm gonna have to get out there and flip back over. Old potato plant, it caught it. It caught it. But maybe she'll straighten back up. It's awful muddy out here, real muddy. Black eyed pea, it got knocked down. Looking at that green bed, it looks kind of rough. Cucumbers and okra, they don't look too bad in there. They fought that water pretty good. Them bell peppers they hung on. That's the reason for putting them sticks in there. I had a previous video where I put some sticks in here to help these stay upright. Nice bell peppers on there. See how much bigger those jalapenos and got. Cooking those jalapenos in a meatloaf or a roast, they're really good. Just got one big bell pepper on there. Finally got a bell pepper coming in on here. Didn't see it last time, and look how big it done got. Poor little greens. Look at them. They were so young. And they all beat down to the ground. They beat down in the dirt. Other green bed, they beat down. Hopefully they get strong and come back. We'll see. But that was a big storm. This is my volunteer watermelon. I'll let you hang outside. Look at all that dirt on there. Let him hang outside the bed. See, he's in there with a green. That's a green right there. And a watermelon. They seem to be getting along okay. Look like these tomatoes hang up. They hung on. Looking good. Still don't see no splits on them, so I'm still happy. Uh-oh, we got one turning red over here. Off in there. That's the red one in there. See, it's starting to turn red. Cool. And these are all my early tomatoes. Early tomatoes. Big boy still hanging on right here. Still no split on the bottom. More water. That water came through. My wife's beans and garlic and some of those spicy mustard greens they hanging on in here. They don't look too bad. That garlic is coming on good. Back over here to the tomato bed. Splashing in the water. Splashing in the water. Old Red Sugar Rush. They looking good. They looking good in there. Praise the Lord. They still here. See, we look out here, a quick look. That's mud out there, y'all. That's mud. Look at there. Blew them over. That water come through. So the minute that I can get out there, I'll go out there and I'll flip those back over and try to get them back upright. Yeah, had a big washout yesterday. Big wash. So we're gonna just go around and see. That Swiss char seemed to like it. All that water, they're coming up nice. Yeah, Swiss chard looks good. One of them got kind of beat down a little bit. So we kind of finding out what we had to come out here and look around at. We'll go check our mid tomatoes. I wasn't able to shoot a video of me doing some more plants on those. So we'll go check on the porch and see how everything is doing on the porch. That's my lemonade blueberry. I got them on the porch so they wouldn't get beat down too bad. There goes some of my cleaned up onions. Yeah. I love them onions. Let's go around here and check and see. Old cabbages are still hanging in there. Looking pretty good there. Yeah. Come on, cabbage. So these are the tomatoes that I planted. What they call them, the suckers, or whatever they call them, that I clipped off my early tomatoes. They seem like they still hanging in there, so they look a little yellowish. And here's the late tomatoes. You see they coming on in. So I'm just hoping that if we have a longer summer, These little young tomatoes, I still have some tomatoes because we normally kind of run out of tomatoes at the end of the season. So, and there's my potatoes. That one right there looking like it's about ready to come up out of there. And that one's still flourishing real good. Potatoes in a bucket. And those are still coming on looking really, really green. And like I said, you know, I'm just hoping that we're going to have a later summer. So if they make it, I'll be happy. It's better to be with them than without them. And that's what I say about the Lord. You know, some people, they don't believe in the Lord, but later on they find out that he's really real. See, so that's the same thing with my tomatoes. It won't hurt to believe, because you get there and you find out that he's real. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to have a hot tongue for a long time. So we'll go down here now, and my wife said don't go down to the bottom garden because it's flooded. But I'm finna get in the tracker, and we finna go down there and find out if we can get down there or not. She said don't call her if I get stuck. So I'm hoping I don't get stuck. See all that water in here? Luckily, I keep my towel handy with me today. Y'all don't know what kind of towel this is. This is for when I'm out here and I'm sweating. So let's take a ride, see if we can get down here. All right, here we go. This is just all part of another day of doing a wellness check. Down through the garage we go. We don't get stuck. Oh yeah. Came through that with flying colors. Made it. Just gotta make it out. Yeah. That's where I got stuck with the lawnmower the other day. And so it don't look too bad back here. Those are greens, and that row, they ain't came up yet. Got another row of greens right through here. Got another row of greens right through here. Got another row of greens right through here. And these onions, which you could barely see them, but they're there. Almost on these onions. Mosquitoes are back here. Yeah. So these onions right here are planted in early March from seed. And I had them in one of the raised beds up by the house. So what I did was I transferred them all down here. This is my old onion patch that I'd already harvested onions out of. And these are very young onions that I had up there in my raised beds. So I transferred them all down here. Just like onion bulbs, that's what they were. It looked just like onion bulbs. So, and I got some greens right here. Those greens. That's a row of collard greens. And I think this row right here, which they barely starting to come through, you can hardly see them, but I got a lot of the weeds out of there. I think they are the purple leaf collard greens. Let's walk over here and look at our second black-eyed pea patch, our second black-eyed pea patch. And I'll tell y'all something that's really strange. Now, I planted black-eyed peas up by the house, and they're not this big. And I came in, I think a week later, and planted these down here, and look at them. They have flowers on them. And look at this one. Oh my goodness, look at that. I got beans on here already. Got beans coming in. Look at those beans. Yes. Beans. And beautiful purple flowers. Oh, that's pretty. With 2 beans. And that's looking really great. They really came in down here on the bottom. And this is where all the water is, so they're enjoying this water. And that's me, Armenian cucumber. See if I see any on here. I had seen one the other day. And I hope the deer don't get them. Trying to see if I can spot one somewhere. Oh well, kind of covered in that dirt. You see, I got to do these the same way that I'm about to do my cantaloupe. I'm about to get them up out. Get them up out of that dirt. It's no good leaving them in the dirt. Try to pull something. Look at that. Yeah. I don't actually see any coming in. Okay. Well, let me get out of here because it's Mosquitoville back here. See those tracks? Yeah. I see now. Those are raccoon tracks. Got raccoons back here investigating. So hopefully they don't eat black-eyed peas and cucumber. Ugh, mosquitoes, get out of here. Well, let's get out of here before we get chewed up on. There's one that caught a lot of that rain. Hope that ain't broke. Yeah. I had to see about trying to put a stick on it and straighten it up. As long as it ain't completely broke off, it'll be okay. If it's got like a little bit left on it that's connected, it still should be all right. Look at them beautiful flowers on them black-eyed peas. And again, these are my, I call them a heirloom, because they're a different type of black-eyed pea. I can't wait to show you all when we peel these and harvest these, just how beautiful of a pea that it is. It looks just like a black-eyed pea shell, purple, but that bean got those speckles on it. So we'll go back up here and we'll try to get on up out of the flood zone. But everything is looking okay. Let's get out of here. All right, can we make it out? See that water still running across there. I'm gonna get off and show y'all how this water's still running a little bit across here. See? That water's still running. But I did put some, you can see this stone. I put some stones in here. Put them stones in there. And some rock. So it's still solid. It's still solid. You can see that water running down off there. Yeah. Awful lot of rain this year. Awful lot of rain. I need to put some water in this hole right here. It's starting to. I believe I can drive through that though. Let's see if we can get on out of here. As long as I stay on those rocks, I'll be all right. Oh yeah, got a big tree root. Gotta go up. Here we go. Come on out of here. Get up there, Mule. Here we go. Ha ha ha, we out. Just like that, we out. And we're gonna go and we're gonna check the orchard real quick. See how these fruit trees hung on. Oh yeah, they still standing. Everything's still standing up pretty good down here. So look at that squirrel. I think he's down here on my wife's strawberries. She ain't gonna like that when I go tell her that. So everything held up good down here. No trees down. I need to go check on my graft. See, I put a graft on that tree right there, on that reindeer cherry tree. I checked it 2 days ago, and it's been 2 weeks. Still haven't got no roots growing on there yet, so we're gonna give it more time. See if that worked out. Let's go down here and let's check the bottom watermelon patch. Uh-oh, look at there. My hot wire blew over. So I told you that storm came through last night. I don't know if that, hope that didn't get damaged. So I'm going to come back and fix that. Yeah, I might have come back and fix that. Set that up there like that for now. Yeah, that ain't good. Yeah, always a project. Always a project. Those are my clippings, and my other trees that I'm trying to grow. So experimenting. I'm gonna see if they'll come in, and we'll have some more peach trees and some more cherry trees. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get in there and fix that tree. And fix that tree. And I still need to put a pole on this one. That's my Honeycrisp and my Fuji. Hopefully next year we'll get some apples off of that. This is the bottom watermelon patch, and it's on a whole lot better flat land, but you can still see all the rain, and it didn't really hardly even bother this one. It's crawling good, but you can see this one out here. You can see how it turned it all over. So I'll try to get out there and straighten him up and get him out of the mud. One thing about God's rain, it might not be growing one day and the next day it's full grown. That lets you know God is real. And look at this sunflower plant. I got to put another stick in it because look how big it done got. I hope y'all watched some previous videos where it was just coming in, and now look how big it done got. So I'm gonna have to come down. Like I said, there's always something to do. Come down and put a stick in it. There is some more Armenian cucumbers that I put on this back side of the watermelons, and you just wait and see. This is gonna all be filled in about 2.5 to 3 weeks. This whole side will be filled in with those Armenians. Good pickling cucumber. So we'll go down here and look at this pond and see how full it is. I mean, it is full. So I know with all that water that ran over the road and probably washed some of this road out, I'm gonna go down here and look at it. But yeah, look how close to the edge it is. That tree is sitting in the water. That tree is never in the water. Look at that tree. It's underwater. Wow. There was a lot of rain we got last night. A lot of rain. So you can see back down, headed toward my neighbor's house. Look at all that mud across the road. So it did come over the road for them. We go down this back road a little bit. You can see how it washed this road out and made all these big crevices in the road. Look at those big crevices in the road. This is what we got to deal with. Well, I don't hardly come back this way, but my neighbors, they got to come down this road to get to their house. Look at that drop off on the road. Wow, it washed it all the way down to the sandstone. Wow, I don't know if I ever seen it this bad before, but look at that. This is actually on our road. Wow. And it washed it clean down to the sandstone. I think that's sandstone over there. That's what it looks like. Yeah. They sure got to be careful coming back this way. They don't want to get over there. That'll tear your vehicle up. So we'll cut across the top side of the property and we'll go look at our top watermelon patch at the top of the hill. We'll cut over here and see what kind of road damage happened over here. See there? It just washes. That water comes hard and fast. Look at that sunflower. Look at there. Got a watermelon coming in that I can see. I can walk out there, but I do have a watermelon coming in. You can see another little bitty one coming in right there. There's another one back out there. Yeah, on our sunflower seed, sunflower plant, I should say. See, I put a stick on it to help hold it up. And now we'll come in, I will attach another stick to this stick because this right here, this section, it will bend over and break. I had to do that last year, so I'm talking from experience. Yeah. I see more watermelon out there coming in. So we got a watermelon right there. If I can capture it. See that watermelon right there? Yeah. So, and we can look across the street there. See, there go the homestead right there. So, yeah. Another day at the shade tree. Another day at the shade tree. Well, we did our wellness check and we have a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot. It looks like the roads took most of it. Took most of the damage, so I'm not mad because of that. So we'll go down this backside and do a backside check. And we'll try to look at some of these okra coming in. Hopefully they hung on. We have another big sunflower that we put out here in the garden. Help attract those bees real good. I go my okra. Right there, it's coming up. Cantaloupe back here, they look like they survived it okay. Back here on the hill. I think that's all. Well, that's red and green okra. One of them, my red okra right here, it kind of caught it a little bit. And I'll have to come out here and, like I said, straighten this up. Because this is my red okra right here. See that storm damage on it? Needs to be straightened back up. And I love this red okra. I love the way it comes in. See how that stem is all red? I like that. And I don't know if they get bigger and then the stem turns green, but that stem right there is still red. And you see how I put a trench, I put a water line trench back here and boarded up this side to help keep some of that from washing out, but you can still see it's still, yeah, see there, it's still washing out, but it's not washing out as bad. It used to wash and leave a big old hole on this side, so I got to try to fix it at the top of the hill again to stop all the water from coming in. That okra there looks real good. As a matter of fact, we'll get off and take a look at that. And look at that. It's got okra coming in on there. Y'all see that okra coming in? Beautiful. Yeah. We're gonna let that come on in right above that hot wire fence. If y'all see that hot wire fence on there, that's to keep those raccoons off my cantaloupes. That's the reason why I only put cantaloupe up here, because they will eat all your cantaloupe up. They surely will. So I hot wired this in, so the fence is not on right now, of course. But when I start getting cantaloupe in, which I have started getting some in, but they're not big enough. But once they start getting close to being kind of ripe a little bit, to even stop them from coming in and investigating, I turn that hot wire fence on, and it seems to keep them out. So, but that looks like our wellness check for today. We see the things that we have to go and do, and we're going to try to get it done. Get these plants flipped back over, get some dirt off of them so they can keep on burning. And I'm showing you another watermelon plant that's totally flipped over. So we got to get him up out of all that mud. So that's just some more things to cover. And it's just part of the gardening process. Clean up on aisle 5. So we got to get out here and clean up. Okay, folks. I appreciate y'all joining us again at the Shade Tree. Another wellness check. We'll seem to be doing okay with the blessings of the Lord. Thank you, Lord. And we'll see y'all next time around on Shade Tree Farm Homestead.